Today we're bringing back a series that I used to do all the way back in Battlefield 5, where I play a game with live commentary explaining the live thoughts that go through someone's brain when they're playing Conquest. There's really good tips and tricks on how to get kind of in the mindset of somebody who plays Battlefield for a living, I would like to say. And if you want more of this, please let me know. I'm down to make this a returning series, maybe every once a week, or maybe even more if you guys really enjoy it. So let me know, drop a like, leave a comment, maybe some feedback is always welcome, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Alright, we're joining here mid-game on Empire State Conquest, which is all close quarters basically, so I like to run support, and we're gonna run a submachine gun. Let's do the PW5. Now, important with the PW5, of course, you want to stay up close, main rule. You know, it's a submachine gun, very basic, try and get the up close range. However, the PW5 also allows for some longer range kills because the recoil is quite low. My team is taking E, so we're fine on that. We're taking D, so we're going to try and move towards the center. Center is usually quite action-packed, but it's very useful to hold center. There's a player here spotted on the minimap. We're going to see two players. Done damage. This guy is prepared now. The other guy doesn't know, and we take that kill. Alright, there's quite a bit of stuff happening above me. What you can do here is flank around. However, you gotta keep in mind they can hear the zipline, so we're actually gonna not take the zipline here. Already look upstairs, see if there's anyone here. Have a quick look, and we're running back down. Too many players. He's actually jumping down, which is a mistake on his end. His team now knows that there's one there, because is it a player? There's quite a lot of medic players. We're gonna have a close look though. Tricky push. Get one, two. There's two players left on the objective, as you could see. And we're gonna run back down. Have a look. And he jumps back down. Unfortunately, no audio on that guy. But honestly, overall, pretty good play. Right there, it's hard to kind of guess if they're gonna jump down or if they're gonna take the stairs. Again, taking D would be quite good here. It's kind of a free flank. I got a really good capping position here. You can capture from here. The only down part is, as you can see, it is quite exposed from the other side. So we're gonna hold the cap. Play right there. There you go, they're good. Okay, now it's important to know they can spawn down here on the right, which it's exactly what they're doing. So right here, right there, that's where they spawn. That's just something you learn when you play the game for a very long time. You start learning spawn points. There we go. D is captured. We're taking B. So most of the enemy players will probably be around C. A is a little bit too far away from the action. Let's have a quick look. Unfortunately, miss a lot of shots. Two players on C. This is a bit of a risky push. It's not a good position at all. So we're going to get out of here. Push down on C. There's usually players in the crate. We're actually capturing this. Might not be bad to try and capture it, but I also want to apply pressure on B so they don't move away from it, which we might start prioritizing here. So we have C neutralized. We'll let the rest of the team capture that so we can start putting pressure on B. We'll get that kill. There is a player in the far distance, but it's a little bit risky running across B right here. And now we got a pretty free... That was terrible aim. I'm sorry you guys had to witness that one. This is my first game of the day. I'm dead serious. Okay, we got a cheeky double kill. We're losing C. Bit unfortunate. Have a quick look around. And we're good. We can quickly look on C, but not for too long because they can flank around here. It's a little bit tricky. I really don't want to lose this flag here, so we're actually going to move down. That's the player that luckily didn't see us right away. Two players here. Take this guy out, and there's the other guy on C right there. It's a mistake to not check C because they were literally on it. I could have had that information, so it's a big mistake on my end right there. Let's go back to the squad mate here. So outside. We don't want to be outside with the PW5. Try and stay inside as much as possible. True gamer mentality, I would like to say. And we're going to try and move into B right here. The best way to do that with the PW5 is this left side. A lot of close quarters. We're going to use the crate. We're going to help on the capture a little bit. There's one player on C, which might be behind here because he wasn't on the right side. And this is the closest way they can get onto the objective. There you go. Get another kill. We could just hold this. Another player on C. Two players on C. Might be in the crate. Got this kill. We're going to smoke this out. I'm getting shot from the E side. So we're going to try and move around. There's a player here on the minimap. And we got him. A little bit of a risky play. Let's move back inside to try and capture B. So basically B, C, and D are going to be our objectives. Those are the best objectives for a submachine gun. Moving out to A and E is possible, but it's just not really ideal for this gun. I'm gonna try and play it safe here. Get 1 kill, 1 objective here. Being shot from behind, so we're gonna take this head glitch as fast as possible. Hold the angle. No need to move. If he wants to defend this, he needs to move up. It's not seen as 2 players on C. Everything's getting destroyed here. I kind of want to see... I think that's the dead body right there. No eyes on the player here. And that guy's dead. Now they have taken B, which means they could spawn right here. Normally they spawn right outside. I might have actually seen movement. There you go. This is how important it is to know spawns in this game. There's players here on the minimap. We're going to rush this way. Have a quick look. We're sliding around, so we're making a little bit of an unexpected move. And now we're going to try and make it back to D, which we're going to check. That stairs is still available, so we're going to make it to that stairs. We just have to watch out with how we're doing that. Actually heard some movement right there. That was awesome. We'll move back down here. Gotta listen for footsteps here carefully, because there are quite a lot of footsteps actions going on here. Not a bad game so far overall. It's just that the team isn't performing too well. What we're going to do is we're going to stay to B, because we kind of don't want to lose this flag. And that player is too far away. What we're going to do is we're going to get out of that gunfight and try and move around. Pull the knife out so we're running a little bit faster. There's probably no engagements here. And then we're going to check here carefully. Again, same place. There could be busy. Got another player in the distance. We're going to use a couple of smokes here to get to the stairs. Once a player jumped out, we're going to ignore him. No need to kill him. Let's see if we can kill that guy. Capturing C would be really nice. The only down part is we're getting basically shot from everywhere. And we had that guy right behind us. Teammate actually killed him. We're going to see. There's a medic right there. And right there, this is a tricky spot to get revived, but it might actually happen here. That is amazing. Love that. We're going to check behind. It was on the minimap right there. Always keep an eye out on your minimap when you're downed. You don't have much else to do anyways. That guy's down. We are taking D. Now, it's a bit of a guess to go to A or E. We're a bit closer to E, so we're going to E, and we're losing D. So we're going to D. Play right there. They can't see my blue laser. Gotta stay aware of that. And we gotta be a bit careful. Again, we're looking up already. There we go. 2 players are still taking D. And I think that might have been it right there. Cleared it. Let's help with the capture, and then we're gonna try and... There's a player right there. No clear was there, just pure luck right there. We're gonna see if we can make it to B. We're actually losing C. This is a bit tricky. We're not at the good submachine gun area right now, because they can shoot from everywhere. We're gonna have a quick look. That was a very bad position from that enemy player. There's still 1 player left on the objective, and we actually killed him. You always gotta be super careful when you peek these areas, because they can come from absolute everywhere. It's just good to keep in mind that you know their base spawn is at A. So usually more players come from A. I'm trying to figure out where this guy is. He got revived. We're going to move around this. We're going to move around 1 level lower. Put a fire grenade here. That's a player. And we're peeking. There you go. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit unexpected here. There's a smoke grenade. And we got that kill. Player saw us. What we're gonna do, we're gonna let him push. Listen. No footsteps at all. Gotta check right side here. Gotta watch out here a bit, because they can literally come from everywhere, and I hear footsteps everywhere. We lost a big part of control here over the map, so now the big down part is that they can basically come from anywhere. Keeping an eye out. Really would love to capture C, but I'm gonna need some support from the team here. Might have been movement upstairs. I could hear more footsteps here. We're gonna check upstairs. That's a player right there. Could be a free kill. 93 damage. Normally you would be thirsty to come after a kill like that, but we're just in a bit of a tricky situation. That positioning is far more important than getting that one kill. Unfortunately, we did die though, so it didn't really work in our favor right there. And we're gonna try, we're losing D, we're kind of losing everything. Unfortunately, my team is a bit passive here on the B flag. It would be ideal to move away from the B flag. There's a player behind us on the minimap, we don't really need to worry. There's a teammate watching it. Got that kill, we'll wait for him to be fully healed up. Probably most enemies are just going for B right now, because that's the only place they can find kills. So we're gonna have to defend this actually for a bit as well. Joining our team. We're gonna see if we can make it upstairs. There's a guy here on the minimap, jumping down. That's an easy kill. And then hopefully remove some of the pressure of the B flag. They can be everywhere right here. So I'm not checking my minimap too much here. I'm just looking around, see what's happening. That guy had the defibs out, so he revived the guy that I killed earlier. That's a very good kill from that guy with the NVO. We could maybe have a base spawn here and see if we can take that. We're gonna quickly have a look what this guy is doing here. I'm afraid he is camping in the building. These are not the players you want to see on your team, unfortunately, but it happens. It happens. He's having the time of his life, probably, so that's good. Getting a couple of kills up here. It's funny when you join a camper POV and you're the one getting all the kills. We're gonna try and move around here to the center. It's a bit tricky because this is all open, so not really the PW5's happy place. But that kill, see if this guy, there's a dead teammate here. And that teammate already skipped, unfortunately. We are losing the very last flag. So what I'm going to do to counter cap is we're going to go into D, because it's kind of the flag that's the furthest away from B that I can reach the fastest. And this way we don't get all capped, which would be quite unfortunate. We're actually defending B, which is quite good. Capturing this with multiple teammates would be nice. There's a down teammate. There's a guy on the objective. Pushing this aggressive. Got close here. And unfortunately you get completely outnumbered here. This is why capturing flags alone can be quite tricky. And is usually not really preferred. So you want to wait for teammates to come by. Unfortunately we don't really have a lot of choice with the teammates we have at the moment. So you gotta kind of make the best of what you can. And this is a very tricky spawn. We're gonna heal up. Reload, stay prone. There could be more players there. We're playing it slow. There you go. Just expecting more players. That's an enemy up here, I think. Two enemies on the objective here. An enemy left, but there's a lot of teammates, so... Whoa, there's a lot happening here. We're gonna get this res. Keep the teams alive. Don't want to burn too many tickets. See if we can move around. Maybe moving down is better here. It's a little bit chaotic. No clue the guy was there. There's another guy. Always when you kill a player, be ready for the second one. Especially because when you kill a player, medics can just know there's someone there. I'm gonna jump down. The reason why we're jumping down is because we make the movement a bit faster. And while we're going down, we have our gun ready. There was some movement there. Instead of running down, you see there's a little bit of an animation and you need to wait for the gun to be ready. You can also just jump down and your gun is already ready to shoot. It's not just type of fancy movement, it's actually quite a convenient move. We're losing B here. I still have to watch. There's a teammate that way, that's perfect. So we can try and flank B here. We might be good on the objective. It's a bit tricky. There's a player right there, he's running away. Let's get the capture so we don't lose the game too quickly. There's only so much you can do sometimes. I love how there's a teammate actually going for C. We're gonna see if we can help him out. There's more. Okay, running back. We got a teammate covering up. The key teammate is shooting me. That's awesome. We got that kill. There's a player somewhere marked there. It's a bit tricky. We are getting shot from absolutely everywhere. I'm gonna run down this place. We gotta watch out here. Right. Want to move over to D preferably if we can. Can use the stairs. We can use the stairs. And again, we saw that guy on the mini-map play right there. And we're gonna move in here so we have a little bit of time to recover, get some health. And we're gonna re-peek again. No one there. He's trying to revive. He actually got the revive. And we got 3 flags. We got 3 flags. Now, if we want to counter this, we kind of need 4. So we're going to try and make our way over to D. You see, there's the range of the PW5. There's a guy spotted behind me on the minimap. He might have spotted me. I'm using a suppressor that if they're within a 20-meter range, they can still see me on the minimap. Like players like that. So we're going to rush over. We're taking D. That's really good for my team. We're losing B, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to put pressure on B so they cannot move back to C. Capturing back the B objective on our own would be a little bit tough, but sometimes just putting up a little bit of pressure on the objective can already make a huge difference. We're actually going to use the spawn beacon here for my teammate. Because if we spawned on C, we would have probably spawned a little bit more towards D because we have both flags. So it tries to give you a safe spawn. Unfortunately, this didn't really work that well. They're right below us. Don't think the teammate is too aware of that, which is fine. We're not going to try that spawn again, unfortunately, because it's a bit tricky to know exactly where they are. And there you go. It spawns a bit towards D. It's not too bad. This would have actually been a better spawn. A little bit of a random guess here. See where they are. That kill. We're going to move upstairs. And see if we can... We got to watch out for the players that killed us earlier. Healing up here. This is a very tricky location. We gotta move a bit quicker and hope we don't get killed on the left. That's the reason why I put down that smoke. There you go. There's a kill. Ooh, that was not a good shot right there. You might have heard that. And we're capping this. This is good. This is good. Putting some pressure on B. I'm actually gonna try and solo capture this. Shots over there. I'm going to turn off my laser sight so they don't know in what corner I am. This is very tricky. You just have to guess. You just have to guess. The good thing is you distract a lot of enemies there with that play, so they don't come to C or whatever, which my team is actually capturing right now. It is unfortunately only 5 tickets left. We tried there in the end. That was a potential comeback if we had a somewhat bigger ticket count right there. But not a horrible game. A bit of a late join. Actually capturing C here. Alright, GG's. That was a fun round. Unfortunately lost it, but it was not a bad round. Alright, we're going for a bit of a challenge. We are on Empire State Conquest again. However, I was like, we're not going to use MP5 again. The game has just started. We're going to use a gun that doesn't really suit this map well, and I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I played it. So we're playing with the AK-205. Some things that was an amazing spawn. Some things you need to know about this gun is that it has low recoil but also extremely low damage. So it's also it's just kind of good to anchor points and not really to push objectives with. However, you can still be super effective with this. I think I just spotted a player up there. Nice. So yeah, rushing inside of these buildings is not ideal. We can maybe surprise this player here. Don't know. Honestly, don't know where it went. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play this middle section here. We got a long-range weapon. We don't really need to push the objectives that well, because that's just not really what this gun can do very well. But we can be super effective with this gun. You can be extremely effective with this weapon. It just captured D, so we're going to have to take a quick look. And you will see that this gun is absolutely a beam machine. I think there was a player spotted outside. There you go. There you go. That's exactly what I mean. So we're just going to anchor the points here. Unfortunately, I get shot from that corner. Okay. Moving to the next heck glitch here. We gotta really play it a bit careful. There you go. There you go. Okay, we gotta watch out from our flank there. It's a dead teammate. We might be able to pick him up. Get the res ready. So you fully res him. Have a look at D. Teammate dies right there. Now, what I said, just you don't really want to be pushing it. Now, they have captured D. So what they can do, and this is if you play the map a little bit longer, you know they will spawn like out here in the open, like down there. And there you go. We see 2 players right away. This is basically just learning your response on the game, which you get by playing the game a lot. And I absolutely got shredded right there. But a super effective short kill streak right there with the AK-205. And this is kind of how you want to use the long range weapons on these short maps. You can still do it on the short range maps, I should say. You can still do it. You just have to know how to position yourself well. And of course, it is less effective than using a aggressive submachine gun or an AK. But if it doesn't suit your playstyle, there are still ways to play around and to be effective and to help your team. But yes, there will be a lot less objective time, unfortunately, when playing like this. There's a player right there that might be a sniper. And we're just holding this. And we're basically out beaming everyone with this gun because there's barely any bloom. We're holding this. We kind of want to see what's happening over at C. So we're pushing the right side. Someone spotted there. It would be ideal to push this because we do not want to lose the objective. We might have to send it here. We might have to send. We know where one player is. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go downstairs. The reason why we're not just jumping downstairs is because we have no clue where other players are. Teammate just died here. But don't know how. He might be in here. We're going to pull out the pistol because it will kill a bit faster. No clue where this guy is. That's okay. We're holding down the angles because we know they can spawn there from D. We're losing this flag, unfortunately. There's 6 players on the objective. That is a whole lot. So we're going to actually back off a little bit. See if we can get some long-range kills. Strafe rounds. It's a lot of players on the objective. It's a whole lot of players on the objectives. It's only 2 now. We got 1 and the other one is in that corner chilling. Unfortunately, not the best way to approach that Conquest objective right there. It's really tricky to figure out where players are, which is always a challenge, which is fine. So we're capturing back D or B. I see a lot of teammates here, so I think we're fine. We don't need to check this. And then a teammate dies in front of me. So we're gonna first check and then we're gonna revive. Teammate gets back up. He's low on health, so we're gonna give him a little bit of a health pack. Smaller ammo packs can be quite useful to heal players that are low. Have a close look at C. We are actually capturing back C, and this is again where the AK-205 can do some amazing work. I think we're getting a snipe from behind here. Not entirely sure. Where is this sniper? There he is. And we're getting sniped from the other side. It's never a good idea to stay out here in the open for too long. We're gonna run, get the rest. Now we're gonna go to different positions, see if we can get the capture points, and then we're gonna run away. Now, next point. Ooh, we see some players on the objective here. Hit him once. My teammate, I think, knows he's there. Now we're on to the next location. This is also a good location for long-range weapons. You have this beautiful overview. You have E. I'm hearing sniper shots this way. We're losing D, unfortunately, here. So we're gonna try and do something about that without playing it too aggressive. There you go. We got 1 kill. Playing it slower. We're gonna slowly approach the objective. Got 1. We didn't get 2 somehow there. 2 players on the objective. Get 1. The other guy's probably in that same corner. Not 100% sure. We're gonna chill. There, my teammate just died here. This is not a good place for the AK. Not a good place. We're healing up. You must probably reload. Ah, there you go. Okay, sometimes right there what I did is you see a player spray down, you wait for him to be done spraying, then he probably needs to get a reload off, and that's when you start to push. You don't want to instantly just put yourself in front of his bullets. They captured C. I hear some slides downstairs. There you go. I hear more footsteps downstairs though, so we don't need to fully focus on this guy. This does count as kill, which doesn't count as kill, which is fine. Now we got C, or they got C and A. So what means is they're gonna spawn towards this side right here. 1 player did right there. We got him. This guy below might take the stairs. Very high chance of that happening. That's an interesting... Ooh, the guy in the back had an angle on us. So we back off right there and then we re-peek. That just caused us to not instantly die. Unfortunately, we died to this guy. But he is trying to revive. And I thank him for that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's fully regain health. There's still players here on the objective. We can still check the outside. We shouldn't get flanked here. That's good. Stairs. We're gonna fully pre-fire that. And he's already getting back. My team is absolutely amazing right now with the revives. Now they have B and they have A, so that means they can spawn between A and B. Which means we have to watch the outside here. And there you go. There's players outside. That's how you predict spawns on Conquest 101. That's the kill. You just can't be too aggressive with the AK. We have to know our place. And I think they're right downstairs. We can't push that because we have a teammate with. Otherwise I would have not pushed down there. I'm gonna jump down again. Watch that body. There's a player here on the minimap still in the staircase, but my team is pushing that. So we're gonna let the teammate take care of that. It's a bit tricky. We kind of want to go to A. A is a very good place for the AK-205. But how do you get there the best way? And this is also quite good to know. If you go up here, you go this way, you're getting shot. And then you break this glass, you can climb up here. And then you have a really good position just like that. You could even go one level higher. Not super necessary. We can just hold them if they're gonna come from A basically. That's the question, how long it will take them to figure out that I'm here. We can just hold this. We're doing really effective work here by basically making it really hard for them to move from A to any of the other flags. Unfortunately, they have captured these, so staying here for too long is not super effective. They can completely destroy this. We'll carefully peek. The other guy doesn't know. Check if they don't move to C here. We're capturing A, so our work is kind of done here. And then we're gonna move back to C. They're taking C right now, and normally would push straight on, but it's just not really what the AK can do. So we're gonna move all the way around and get the longer angles here. So we're gonna approach like this. We have to watch our right side here. So they have D. This is not the best way to approach this actually. We could get flanked here quite easily. What we're going to do is we're going into the next building. And we can hold the angles quite well. I think that was a player right there. Yep. It was. They're still taking C. We got a few angles here. Unfortunately, not enough to cover the entire objective, but we might apply some pressure. That is a player. Okay. Wasn't entirely sure. I think there's a guy prone in the bus that I just saw. No, it was behind the bus. So you're a little bit frozen as an AK user, which sometimes it's just that's just the way it is. Sometimes you gotta just take a bit of time to think a little bit about the push. And that was a good push from that guy upstairs. We didn't check that well, which is okay. That is completely fine. We're gonna take the B spawn. We're gonna get upstairs, so we have full range over C. And we're taking C right now, which is good. There's a player there, wow. 97 damage, we're stunned, which is fine. It's a bit risky. He could have pushed right there and just ADS'd and killed us. He didn't do that, luckily. And here we just carefully take angles. I have a headshot multiplier ammunition on this AK, so going for these headshots is actually not the biggest problem. We're just applying pressure. We don't need to push this. We don't need to overextend. We got 3 flags right now, so just burning their tickets is also a really good thing. You burn tickets by just getting kills. In case you didn't know that. We're gonna check outside here. I see them on the minimap. Might be some easy kills. Thought it was blocked by a window there. And we were getting shot from kind of farish away. The question is, was that from downstairs? It might have been downstairs. I'm going to check upstairs here again. And if they peek their head, they could really be killed easily here. There you go. We got some dead teammates. We can smoke them. Get the revives going. We're low on health, which is a bit risky. Could have almost been better to heal up and then go for the residents, because they're spamming explosions, and usually when you see one explosion, a second one follows up really quickly. There's not a lot of explosions of Alpha 6 that only have one item. He's in the houses right there. Or we can win this gunfight. We got the better gun. We got the better gun. There you go. It's this kind of skill. Love that. It would actually be ideal to go across here. We're taking this. We're not taking this. There's 3 players on the objective. Now we're capturing this. Ooh. Quickly taking cover, moving back a little bit, and here we have a glitch, so we can fight back. There you go. Getting shot from far away here. It would be really... We're capturing D. There's still players here, though, surprisingly. Got the assist on that. We need the teammates back alive. There could be another player here. Squad spawn or something on that guy, which we're going to be a bit careful for. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy comes back to that window. Right below us. This is not a good place for the AK to be. And there you go. With some free headshots here. They are capturing B. That was a good flank from this guy. So we're still really good in the game without capturing too many objectives. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you might want to start capturing some objectives. Well, we're winning the game. That's 1. And 2, we're really covering good ground with the AK, making it a lot harder for an enemy team to even take any of the objectives. They just captured B. That guy's going to move back out. There you go. And we kind of want to go back to B. We're getting shot from far away. Teams are taking care of that. I'm guessing that's player. I don't know if that's friendly fire. It is. Okay, we've got to watch out here a bit. We're going to actually help on the B capture. Would give us a lot more control over the map. Get 2 assists. And I think we might have it here. There you go. So we're gonna watch out for this building. The one player really enjoys being up here. They're capturing C. We're kind of back at our place here. One, I think he's inside. We're gonna move around. We're gonna move across. We're gonna take this corner right here. Also to see if they're gonna move from A, which they are not right now. Are we capturing E? We are capturing E. Moving to A again wouldn't be the worst move. Player right there. Don't want to stand still too long in these open windows. Let's see if we can make a move to A again. We're going for the longer range here, so we're actually going to move left. What you gotta watch out for here is that their base spawn is also on the left side, so they can spawn right there. But people usually prefer to spawn on flags rather than a base. Even though a base spawn for them would be extremely useful and good. So we're going to take the overview here. Gotta be really careful. Make sure that they don't have too many angles on you here. So you gotta watch what you're peeking. Might have gone the revive. No, we did not. Just applying pressure on A so the team is allowed to push back on it. And I think they might spawn right there. It almost looks like a spawn point. We're watching it now. See if the team is going to be able to capture A. They are. Don't let them move back on it. We're good. So we're going to have a quick look outside here. Because they still have that base spawn. Well, I think we're good. They're taking C right now, so we're going to move back. Still keeping an eye out on the right side here. And here they are on the objectives. It's a free kill right there. And again, just playing the angles here. We'll double kill, heal up. And we're good to go again. Wow, we got beamed right there from inside the bus. There's a squad mate here. Might be able to get a res off. He might have seen me. Usually his squad mates are a little bit more motivated to revive, but we'll give him a little bit of time. I don't know. He might be too locked in over at C, which is fine. 57 in 4. We still captured 6 flags. Not a lot, but I think we still did a lot of work for the team right there. So that's a different way of playing Empire State Conquest.